Having this pipeline of leaders ready to go makes the company more resilient.
Treat your employees as if they want to be a leader, because they are going to be a leader in their families, in their communities, with their friends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the LeadHer Lounge. Today, we are going to be talking about something that all great leaders should be considering at some point in their career, and that is how to lead and develop your team to create future leaders. There's a couple reasons why we want to focus on this. One of them, yes, of course, we care about the success of our employees, and we want them to move on to bigger and better things. But the first one is really that we're going to be building, by doing this, you're building a really sustainable pipeline of future leaders to be able to step into the role of you. So when you win the lottery or get that big promotion, it's going to be a lot easier for someone to fill that position so that you don't have to go through all the training. They don't have to get reacclimated onto the team. They're already there. Another reason is, I think that for me, at least personally, having an employee get promoted is one of the best forms of recognition that you can get as a leader. I think a lot of people, we've talked about this a little bit before, like try to keep their people on their team as long as they can, but no, let those birds fly. And if you've done a good job enough as a leader, they are going to get promoted and they are going to be able to be leaders. And the third is that just for the sake of the organization as a whole, having this pipeline of leaders ready to go makes the company more resilient. All of the pressure is not falling just to the team leads or whoever it is. It's going to be supported by everybody in the company because everyone's going to have those leadership skills. So there's going to be 4 best practices that we're going to talk about today that can help you establish this and start developing and empowering these emerging leaders.
Yes, and the first one is provide feedback loop. So we have been talking a lot about providing feedback and the importance of provide feedback to your team members and your employees. And we have had an episode full of feedback. So please go there because it's a really big topic, very important topic, and it deserves a lot of time to practice. But in this case, I'm talking about also having your team members, your employees giving feedback to you, teaching them and guiding them to provide feedback to other people, their peers as well. Because the way that they do that, when you create that space, they're gonna practice. And this is a muscle that they need to develop and work on. Feedback is hard. It's not easy to provide constructive feedback. Even if you love that person and they know that it's coming from a place of love, you don't wanna hurt no one's feelings. So when you're talking about something that they have to improve on, they are gonna feel some type of way, and it's natural. But the end goal is for them to grow and be better. And when you open the floor and say, okay, I want you to provide feedback. This is the way. I teach them how to do it, how effective it can be, and say like, I wanna receive feedback from you because first of all, I trust you. I believe you see me every single day. You see my actions, my behaviors, and I want to be better. I'm a leader and I need to develop myself every single day. So tell me what I need to do to be better for you and for the team as well.
Yeah. And I think a lot of leaders get caught on, I should only be receiving feedback from my superior, But who better to give you feedback on how you're actually doing as a leader than the people that you're leading?
Absolutely.
And helping them develop, like you said, that skill, that muscle will just make it easier for them in the future when they have to step into that role of giving someone feedback.
Yes. The next one is share your leadership lessons.
Oh, yes. We love vulnerability. I think we talk about it so much, but vulnerability really is such a strong way to build trust with people. And if I'm only talking about the things that I've done well and the things that I've done to succeed and the positions and the opportunities I've been given that I didn't have to struggle for, no one's going to be bought into my message. Everyone's going to be in that mindset of, oh, shoot, like I have to be perfect to be a leader. Because we can't all be perfect like Taylor. But we want them to be able to learn from their mistakes. Yes. And the only way that we can do that is to show them that we have done that ourselves. And I think so many of us get caught up in, well, if we tell them that we made a mistake, we're going to be a little bit more
We're going to show weakness.
yeah,
Yes.
we're going to be weak, and vulnerability is weakness. No, vulnerability, if anything, takes more bravery and strength than anything else. So give them that support, give them that tool, empower them with being vulnerable and learning from your mistakes, but also allow them to be comfortable with making their own mistakes
Yes,
too.
because when we want them, like parents, I think we want to our kids and our team members to avoid the mistakes that we make. And we don't do this because we don't want them to fail. They are going to fail in different ways.
Yes.
But if they can learn the lessons that we already learned and they can be better, we are teaching the next generation of leaders. We are raising the next generation of kids, and we want them to be better than we were, than when our parents were, our grandparents were, our leaders 40 years ago were, because we want the next generation to be better than we were. So we need to teach them from our lessons and our failures. Again, they're going to make their own failures, but this is going to help them with that resilience, how you say. So it's important to share. The more you share, the more you're going to create a space of bravery where people is like, okay, I can fail, but I know, like my leader, I will recognize that I fail. I will take ownership. I will apologize if I have to the people that I hurt, but I'm going to move on and I'm going to learn from it and I'm going to continue going.
Yes.
Now, the third one is that we need to create opportunities for ownership. And for this, you need to give real responsibilities to people. You need to trust them with responsibilities, because I know you're a great leader. You want to take on everything because you have all the answers, but your team also have the answers, and you need to delegate.
Yeah.
You need to give them ownership so they can also fail. If they do, they will learn, but you need to give those opportunities.
Yeah.
Quick Boss Leaders, this is a leadership development resource brought to you by Monarch Coaching.
If you've been feeling the pressure in your new role, thinking about a career change, or stepping back into the workforce, you're not alone. The Transformative Series by Monarch Coaching is a 5-week journey designed to help people like you emerge, evolve, and elevate in every stage of leadership. It's where mindset meets confidence and confidence meets opportunity. Because you don't need to wait until you feel ready, you just need the right support to get there. Visit the link in our description below to learn more about upcoming pods, and use code LHL10 at checkout to receive 10% off your seat. The Transformative Series, practical tools, real support, and lasting transformation.
All right, let's go back to the conversation.
And the more that you delegate to them with purpose and intentionally, not just giving them a bunch of stuff that you don't want to do,
Yes,
but intentionally delegating,
Yeah.
they are going to learn how beneficial that is too. When they are in a position where they're maybe overwhelmed and they're taking on a lot, they can speak up and say, you know what? I got a lot on my plate. I need someone to step up and help me, or start delegating different roles and ownerships throughout the team. Like, we had something as simple as a birthday captain that would celebrate birthdays on our team, because that was just one more thing we didn't have to do. And yes, we want to celebrate them still the way that they want to be celebrated, but it was nice to give someone that role to own something like that. And delegating is just going to make your life easier in the long run. So the more you do it now, the more they're going to learn how to do it effectively, and the better that they will be when that time comes.
Yes. And the last one is to celebrate also their wins.
Not just their birthdays, but their wins too. But yeah, you have to celebrate everything. If they start to take initiative on something and they are stepping up for something that maybe you didn't even ask them to step up for, celebrate that. That's a leadership quality that needs to be celebrated. If they're helping someone who is in a tough spot and they need support, or maybe they are taking on additional responsibilities to support someone in some way, that's leadership. And those are the things that we should be celebrating when we see them.
Yes, and that's gonna reinforce that behavior. When you notice something that they did, they're like, okay, they're looking at me, they're paying attention of what I'm doing, and I'm gonna do it even better. Because when they do things and you don't recognize those things, they're like, okay, they're not noticing me, and what am I doing, going above and beyond if nothing else is happening. Nobody's
Yeah.
seeing me. They need to be seen. So it's your responsibility to celebrate those big and small wins as well, and being very intentional with the celebration and in your words and how you're approaching that conversation, because that's gonna make it more special.
Yeah.
So this is it. It's just
Yeah.
four things that we honestly can do to help with the next generation of leaders, whether or not they want to be a leader or not. Treat your employees as if they want to be a leader, because they are going to be a leader in their families, in their communities, with their friends. Yeah, and you can approach it like that. I'm going to treat you as a leader because these are the skills I want us to develop together, and as a team I want to be a team that lead other team. So I need a bunch of leaders in my team, whether or not you want to go to the next role and be a leader, or you just want to be a super leader in your role.
Yeah.
We need to develop those skills, and you're gonna be so happy in your team. Honestly, it's gonna be the best team ever.
Take it
A team full of
easy.
leaders,
Yeah.
people that they're creative, innovative, they're inclusive, they are emotionally intelligent, they are vulnerable, they provide feedback to each other. That's going to be the best team ever to lead.
Oh yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah. So do yourself a favor.
Yes.
And prepare your people for leadership.
Yes.
But this is an excellent episode for someone if they've actually been in a leadership role for a while and they're thinking maybe of taking that next step. So if that sounds like you, or it sounds like someone that you know, share this video with them. And maybe you've got a story of your own of a time where a leader saw potential in you and kind of taught you how to be a leader so that you could fill their position. We'd love to hear those kinds of stories in the comments below too. And again, if you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe to support us and get more content.
Yes, and thank you again to our friends at Velocity for this beautiful space. And we'll see you next week, leaders.
Bye.